What is going on, Facebook? How are you on this fantastic Monday? What do they say? Motivational Monday. We got to start the week off on a right foot. So, as the subject title asks, in regards to macros, calories, when we're counting, when we're tracking, what is the best method? I've had so many people ask. I tagged Craig. I ran into him the other day at the gym, and he was asking me, like, should I be tracking? Should I be logging? There's tons of apps. Like, how do I know which one is the best one? And, like, should I even be doing it? So I want to just start off by saying it depends on where you are at in your journey. So for those people that are just embarking on a nutrition filled, future, and they just started really looking at what they're eating, and they're getting the processed foods out of their diet, and they're eating whole foods, they are going to be unaware of, the macro content and things. So when I say macros, I mean proteins, fats, and carbs. I know that people hear this lingo all the time, and it's like, well, what does that even mean? Should I be counting calories? Should I be counting macros? Everyone's telling me something different, and I want to look like this person, and they're counting macros, but I don't even know what macros are. Like, everyone gets so consumed with the other person and what they're doing, and I just posted something the other day. Like, well, for me, when I switched over to the vegan lifestyle, I'm eating twice as many carbs. And Carrie, hello. Mike, how are you? Carb Manager is what Mike uses. Brittany's in the house. Sorry, I lose my train of thought when I start talking to people. But you need to really understand that every body is different. So my body is going to be able to process carbs a little bit differently than someone else that may be struggling and they're insulin resistant, and they are so susceptible to gaining weight when they're eating even just like a handful of carbs. So Carrie and I were talking the other day, and she is one of those people. Sorry to call you out, girlfriend, but it is what it is, because there's tons of people that are very, very sensitive to carbs. You even look at a piece of bread and you bloat. And fortunately for me, my body isn't that way, but it's because I just have a different metabolism. Everything's a little bit different, and you got to look at the overall picture. So to go back to what you should be doing, you be tracking? For those new people, I highly suggest that you do track in the beginning, because you do not know the breakdown of macros. You don't have the clue, a clue about calories in, a handful of nuts. And when you've been doing it long enough, you can kind of guesstimate things, and you don't have to really measure as much as you do in the beginning. So using an app like MyFitnessPal or Carb Master, I think is what Mike said he's using. He does keto, so he's very focused on high fat, and like 25% of his calories are coming from protein, or I think it's 20% from protein, 75% from fat, and then 5% from carbs. So that is a huge, drastic, difference between your fats and your carbs, so he needs to track. Now, MyFitnessPal is a really good one. I think you can track your exercise, your sleep, like a whole bunch of different things. And in the beginning, I do suggest that if you are not working with an accountability coach and you are telling them at the end of the week, this is what I ate, and they are kind of your tracker, and they're going to be able to tell you, you know what, your carbs are too high for your body type, your protein was too low, you didn't eat at the right time of day, you didn't pair things correctly. That's something that the accountability coach is there for, the way that an app would be. And you're not going to get that same feedback from an app, you're just going to get stats. So in the beginning, yes, use those tracking systems. And for anyone that is watching on replay or live, drop in the comments which app you have used and whether or not you liked it. And Tanya, hello. Katie's in the house. You guys drop some love in the comments. I like to see all the comments. And please share. If you have used an app, I want to know. And everyone watching this will want to know as well. And state what you liked about it, what you did not like. And that can help someone else out. So, but I want to stress the importance of accountability. So tracking, through an app is very good. Some people find that totally fulfilling and what they need to be held accountable and to achieve their goals. Now, working with a one-on-one accountability coach, that is something that a lot of people need. They need that weekly check-in. They need, or monthly check-in. Everyone's a little bit different. Now, I used to just write meal plans for people, and I'd send them off on their way, and they may have 1 or 2 questions the first month. I'd tweak if need be, and then they got lost in the mix, and they had success, but I don't know what happened to them, months down the road. And sometimes people come back to me and they tell me, I was successful, but then I fell off the wagon and I'm back because I want another plan. And that is just human nature. Like, we are gonna peaks and valleys in life, you have good times and bad times. That goes with nutrition as well. And exercise, we get busy, health issues, family issues, stress, like the whole thing. So in order to have someone that you are checking in with and that is really keeping you and holding you accountable for everything that you're choosing to do, food-wise, exercise-wise, that's a really good option for people. And I realized the importance of this over the past year because the people that I kind of stay on and we communicate through the week, and they can say, I'm going on vacation and I'm kind of freaking out because I'll be in the car for 20 hours and I don't know what to pack. What do you suggest? And then I'll give them ideas. Or I'm at this restaurant, or tomorrow we're going to, Bon V and I want to get something that's yummy but that's healthy. Can you look at the menu and let me know what I need to get? And then I do things like that. So a lot of times people need to figure out what's going to be best for them. Some people don't like someone up in their face asking them every week, what did you eat? Some people do, and some people hate it, but they know that that's what they need in order to get what they need out of reaching their goals, right? So I know for me, I've never been a tracker. I've just been someone that has done it for so long. So now I can kind of eye it, instead of having to calculate and measure. I've never owned a scale. I don't believe in that strict of a way because, and I tell this to people all the time because it seems that the fitness competitors that, competed maybe 5-10 years ago, or even, up to like 2 years ago. Hi, Kyle. How are you? They were in such a strict regimen, and, their coach had them counting macros, and everything that they put in their body was weighed and they were measured, and they wouldn't even lick a spoon if it was outside of their macros. Now, the problem with that is that when you get away from competition world and you're back in real life, like, hello, we're not stepping on stage. Like, what do I do now? How do I manage to just live, a healthy life and be normal, but be healthy and not blow up 40 pounds? I mean, I've seen some of these fitness competitors that blow up like 60 pounds within a year after they're done competing because they don't know how to do real life. They want to eat with their family. They want to go out to dinner. They want to have a cocktail. God forbid you have a cocktail or you sip on something that, like a little bit of juice from time to time with your family. I mean, it's very, very hard to transition when all is with the scale and with the measuring cups, and you're portioning out everything, you're meal prepping and you're weighing everything. And then when it comes down to it, you have no clue what you're doing because all is counting and the range, the caloric range or your percentages. So it's very, very, very hard to be successful in the real world when it's just real life. And so that seems to be my main group of individuals that come to me, and they're not all fitness competitors, but a lot of people that have been on such a strict regimen in their past nutrition plan, or they've been, working with someone else, and not that they didn't know their stuff. But the only problem is those type of people are going to keep taking your money, and they're going to say, you need a new plan in 12 months. Or 12 weeks, actually, I'm sorry. I mean, they're going to tell you, okay, we need to tweak this plan. We need to tweak, and all they're going to do is really just tweak a couple little things that you could have done yourself, and then they charge you the same exact price over and over and over and over. And what I try to do is teach you how to eat for life, teach you how to teach your family how to eat, and raise your kids with a palate for whole foods, healthy foods and not processed foods. I mean, yes, we all eat processed foods from time to time. We all have ice cream from time to time. We all splurge, have cocktail, you know, whatever it is, and that's completely fine. But you want to establish that palate for nutrition when they're young. So I think it's super important for people that are doing this, that are parents, to not just do it for mom and dad, but you incorporate these recipes and these meals for your kids. So I'm digressing a little bit into that whole world, but it really is super, super, super important. And I was just talking to someone the other day. It's like, kids mimic what you do. You can say you need to eat your veggies until you're blue in the face, but if you're sitting there shoving a pizza in your mouth while you're telling your kids you need to eat your broccoli, why should they do it when mommy's eating a pizza? You know, it makes no sense. So you really need to practice what you preach with your kids. I know we all know this. It's easier said than done, but we need to really try. And so that's my take-home message with tracking is when you do start doing things so tight and so strict, it's very hard to transition out of that into just like a normal world of eating where you can go out to restaurants and you can go on vacation and you can do all that. So you need to do what's best for you. Some people right from the jump, they need to be locked in on a very strict plan, and they need check-ins and they need that tracking system, and that's what keeps them, you know, on task, and that's great. But you need to know how to transition out of that. And I think sometimes having that accountability coach is great. And it's not even for like just nutrition and exercise. Like life coaches, that's what a life coach does. They keep you on task, you know, like let's focus on really what you need to be focusing on. And they don't let you stray too much, you know, they're always there to keep you like tunnel vision on your goal. So it's the same thing with a nutrition accountability coach. That's what my job is just, okay, great. Well, not great, but you know, if they tell me I splurged last night, I had a splurge, okay, let's forget about it. Again, we don't want to like stress out, cortisol levels go up, everything is prolonged when cortisol levels are increased. So yeah, that's my job is just to keep you positive and keep you going. So, and the good thing is I tagged Brittany on here, so I know that I have told people through my stories on Instagram and Facebook that I am working with BB Aesthetic, and I'm doing some accountability coaching. It's health coaching, and we're doing 12-week programs. And so we were using a different product, but now we're just doing strictly customized plans with myself doing 12 weeks of accountability coaching. So Brittany's in the house. So I will be doing a Facebook Live from the office maybe this week, if not next week. And I'm going to be very vulnerable with you all. And Brittany will be there as well. So we have a couple of very exciting announcements. But for anyone that's interested in that, you can reach out to me. You can go to bbesthetic.com. Brittany, is it bbesthetic.com or .net? Type the website in the comments. Carbs are not your friend. See, and you know what? Like I said, every body is different. So some people really, it's like one bite of bread and it's all over. So you just got to know your body. And yeah, Brittany, type the web address in the comments if you can, .com. Okay, so bbesthetic.com, and you can find all information there. You can message me, and that's it. So if you have any questions about anything, there it is. If you have any questions about anything, reach out to me or contact me through the website. My website is healthylifebalance.net, and I haven't told anyone, like I haven't even like launched my new name or anything. I just kind of posted my new logo. So anyone looking for my recipe blog, it's there, healthylifebalance.net. And that's it. I'm tired. I have to finish a meal plan. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to get to work, and then I'm going to go to sleep. So, and again, sleep is very important. Sleep well tonight. Drop some love in the comments. Any questions, and I'll answer them either tonight or tomorrow.